running with him too long, and the character, you know.
You gonna have more there?
Hey,
Welcome back.
You never know.
You never know, for real. You really never know.
Crazy,
Welcome
bro.
back. Sheed and Tyler, presented by Underdog Fantasy. That is Sheed.
What it does.
I am Tyler. We got the homie Bonzi Wells rocking with us through the playoffs. We got Sean rocking with us on the bathroom cam.
My man's in them.
Hey, Sean, I'm going to get your pick later, too, cuz. I'm going to get your pick later, too. I'm going to roll with your pick.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, no, because my shit's been fucking up.
Not great. If you're trying to join in on the NBA action with Underdog, sign up and use code SHEED.
Hashtag Bonzi.
Underdog will give you up to $250 in bonus cash and a special pick. And big news, Underdog just launched Pick 8, a brand new way to enjoy your favorite pick'em game.
Hey, them things.
Pick 8 now live for the finals. Create entries up to 8 picks. Underdog will double flex entries so you can miss up to 2 picks and still win. The People Can't Catch Us Here audio versions of every episode of Sheed and Tyler are available on Apple, Spotify,
Indubitably.
wherever they get their podcast.
You know, it's funny. I talked to the higher ups.
Sure.
If you use the hashtag Bonzi, you get $50. Was it $50 they was gonna give anybody who do the first 100 people? That's not true.
You talked to the higher ups. What did they say?
If you use hashtag Bonzi, you get in the raffle.
They said they rolling with it.
No, let me quit playing with that one. They gonna start hashtagging Bonzi. Where my 50 at?
Not the raffle.
I'm gonna get that call. Hey, man, we can't do this no more, man. We gotta.
Bon, this is untenable. And we will answer fan questions every Thursday. Drop your questions in the form pinned at the top of chat to have a chance to get them answered. Got a lot to get to today, boys. How we feeling first off? Long weekend. How we feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm on my way to my pick win.
I'm coming with my Arthur Fonzarelli.
Hey.
Hey, Richie. Hey, get over here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My Arthur Fonzarelli.
That's the vibe today?
That's crazy. I might give you the origin of my name Bonzi. That's kind of where it came from.
Define? Bonzarelli?
I don't have so many names. No.
Oh, I thought
I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the
I
story
thought
one
it
day.
came
We'll
from
talk about
bonbons.
it. It did,
Yeah,
but then it evolved because Happy Days was out then.
I know.
And I had some playful ass uncles.
Mm-hmm.
And Bonzarelli, the Bonds.
Oh,
So my name went from, I had like 7 names before I got to Bonzi. So it was
It ended with Bonzi.
Yeah.
Like from the ice cream bonbons, you a sweet ass nigga.
Hey mom.
This how we
hey
started.
mom. Hey mom. Next time he say something to you, try to hug you.
No.
Give him that stiffy.
No.
Give him the stiffy, mom. Give him the stiffy.
No. I wasn't saying. I was talking about him, Mom.
She gave me the name though.
No.
Give him the stiffy, mom.
Okay.
Next time you see him,
I'm gonna shut up then.
That Heisman.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna shut up.
That's all you gotta do. You bring moms in there.
I can't say nothing. I don't want to get my ass whooped. I'm a grown ass man, but I don't want to get my ass whooped.
Nah, that's the facts. That's the facts.
Yeah.
Plenty to get to today. The Celtics are up 2-0. How did the Mavs come back? Danny Hurley is staying in UConn, despite being offered by the Lakers.
Wow.
And Cade Cunningham looks like he's about to get paid. We'll get to that, but
dollar bills, y'all.
whole lot of them. Bad Boys for Life, the 4th installment of the movie, dropped this weekend. I think we got a picture here of Rasheed Wallace, Will Smith, and Charlie Mack. Can you tell us about this? Tell people about Charlie Mack, but tell us about this picture and this outfit later.
Well, first off, we all know who Will Smith is. Will
Yes.
Smith, the great legendary rapper, the great actor. One of the first actors to get paid $50 million a movie, all that type of shit. So we all know his credentials. Let's put him to the side. So the other dude out there, that's my guy right there, Charlie Mack. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are hip hop fans, go back and look up the song that DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince had, and the title of the song was "First Out the Limo." But the hook if you didn't know, but now you know, the reason why Charlie Mack is the first out the limo. my man Charlie Mack used to be the bodyguard for DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince back in the day. This is like, you know what I'm saying, back in like mid-'80s, early to mid-'80s, right? So I'm a young boy, you know what I'm saying? So they, you know, we hearing about them. They got the buzz all throughout Philly. I'm hearing them through my brothers and my older cousins and all that. Like, oh man, Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff, this and that. They had Redick Roxy. You know, he used to do the beatbox for them and everything. So this picture right here was at my cousin's birthday party. He does a white party every year. Tariq, you know Tariq.
No, I've been to the white party.
Yeah, so he do a white party every year for about the last like 27, 28 years, right, around his birthday. So this was one of them years, and, you know, it was an all-white party, and just so happened that he was in town. I think at the time, I want to say he was filming one of the movies like I Am Legend or something like that. So he was back and forth, and just so happened he was in town. And, you know, they had came through, man, and blessed us with their presence. So, you know what I'm saying? That's my old heads right there, all day, every day. You know what I mean?
He didn't have on white.
No, he ain't, because, you know, he wasn't expected to come. You know, he was like, all right, shit, I don't know if I can make it. So I don't blame him. His plans on like, shit, if I ain't going to make it, I ain't going to make it. I'm going to just go and keep this same shit I got on. But,
as you are. Yeah.
Hey, that's still love. All right on. All right.
Are there any misconceptions about Will Smith as somebody who knows him a little bit?
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if you can say that. I mean, everybody, of course, you know, is judging him off the infamous slap with Chris Rock. But no, I mean, you got to think that's just one incident. I mean, there's all times when, you know, you're talking about celebrities and athletes and, you know, people that's under the spotlight. There's at least one time that we all wish that we could have took something back, maybe, or
100%.
You know what I'm saying, did something totally different than how we reacted on camera. So, you know, it's a big misconception about him to me. But, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. That's still my old head, no matter what people say. You know, I still respect my old head. You know what I'm saying? Both of them, him and Charlie Mack. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Will Smith. Shout out to Charlie Mack. They're my guys right there. They're my old heads all day, every day.
No, that Philly accent got real heavy when he started talking about them, man. God,
He went back home for a minute.
Man, he went home, boy.
Nah, yeah.
On the west side,
born and raised, boy, came out.
I fucks with them niggas right there, man. Them some good dudes. And, you know, it was also crazy because in the rap game, people was always like, oh, Will Smith, you know, he's a pop rapper, you know, he ain't. Hey, low key, real talk, say what you want to say, got bars. You know what I'm saying? And it's
storyteller.
It's just the fact that just because he don't say profanity in his lyrics, everybody think that he weak. You know, that was the whole big misconception back in the day. I gotta say, you know, a motherfucker or a bitch or you know, fuck you and all the whole shit that comes with the whole 90s shit, 90s rap, but he ain't do that, but he still dropped bars, dropped a couple Philly anthems for sure. Summertime, y'all all know that. That's a straight Philly anthem. I play that now. You know what I'm saying? It's hot as shit outside. You know what I mean? I play Summertime right now. That's a Philly anthem right there.
Parents just don't understand.
Yup, parents just don't understand. Brand New Funk. You know what I'm saying? They got, hey dog, him and Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff's also a pioneer from the DJ side. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can't get no more simple than that. As the title of their album said, I'm the rapper, he's the DJ. And that was it.
Like, period.
That was it.
We here to make hits.
It wasn't no motherfucking other side dancers or nothing like that. Your entertainment for the night is right here. I'm the rapper, I'm the storyteller, he the DJ. And Jazzy Jeff came up with the Transformer scratch.
Is that how it goes? Like that? Oh, wow.
Oh, man, dog, yeah. We heavy in the rap game.
You threw we in there.
Yeah, Philly, all day, every day, yeah. 215.
Okay.
What, huh?
Okay.
I mean, I know it ain't the same as them cold, muncy nights.
No,
but,
what could be?
What
else could be?
Them cold, muncy nights,
we don't got much come out of Indiana. Just Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all we
He
need.
ain't do much.
We ain't got much to come up out of MJ.
No. Y'all had Joe Jackson.
Joe
Jackson coming up out of Indy.
Yeah, we didn't have much, man. We just had MJ, man. Greatest ever do it. But go ahead. Y'all keep talking about your little stories. Go ahead.
Yeah, we
just sitting back in Indiana humble. You know,
what
we
I'm
just
saying?
humble that we got the best to ever do it. But go ahead.
No, I feel you know. We give shouts to MJ and Joe Jackson and Tito and Reby and
Jermaine.
Jermaine
Don't forget about
and
Janet. Don't forget
Janet
about Janet, man. Come on, man. Don't forget about Janet.
and all of them.
Don't do it.
Bad Boys Ride or Die secured $56 million at the domestic box office, an additional $48.6 million internationally, bringing the global box office debut to $104.6 million. Shine couldn't believe it, bro. You hear that whistle? It's a whew.
That's actually great in this climate because, you know, everybody streams everything and all that stuff. So I think that's great. I think that's kind of bring hope, honestly, to the other theaters that, you know, there's still movies that can come out that can sustain with them, that could still put seats in, put butts in seats. And, you know, that's what it's all about because, you know, you hear stories about, you know, theaters being up next of stuff that's about to, you know, maybe
Shut down.
you know, fold and shut down because of the need for it. So that's good, man, because I haven't been to the movies in a long time myself, and I'm looking forward to going to see it. But, you know, it ain't nothing like going to get some popcorn, some candy, a good drink, and just sitting back watching a movie in the movie theater. So I'm just happy to see them doing well. You know what I'm saying? I've watched all three of them. I heard this fourth installment was probably one of the best. You know, I think, did you tell me you saw it?
Yeah, I went to go. Very good movie.
Did you see it yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so I haven't got a chance to see it yet, but I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it is. It goes good with the installment. But the thing I like about it most is, as you just mentioned, here it is now. We're in a time of a whole lot of, a whole lot of like illegal streaming, a whole lot of other, you know, websites that offer free movies for you to watch, you know, the free latest movies and everything. And for that movie to still make as much as it did in them first few weeks, no, that's awesome. And then again, here's the other thing. It's still going to be out, right, for the rest of the summer. So you got the late crowd. You know, that was the early crowd that
I'll say it just came out this past week, one full weekend.
That was the early crowd that represented for it. So now you got the late crowd that's going to come with it. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers who, like me, like, oh yeah, I'm going to wait till it's out. I mean, I'm going to wait till, you know, a month or so till after it's out in theaters, boom, 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 or whatever. But no, it's awesome, and it's only going to gain more. And then, you know, once they start, I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up on one of the streaming services like a Netflix or you know, one of them other shits like that. Yeah, Apple TV type shit. So no, it's awesome. And, you know, from the rumor mill, which I never say it's true, but yeah, they were saying that they did it because, you know, Martin was in financial trouble, this and that. I'm never one to count nobody else motherfucking bread, but I could care less if that's true or not. It's still a good movie. You know what I'm saying? It still did very well in that box office for it to be these, you know, COVID, I'm taking precaution times.
How big is this for Will after everything? Like you mentioned, people still think of the slap with him. How big is this for him to show he can still headline a movie? I'm
gonna still be me. I'm gonna still go out. I'm still that same actor. Yeah, I went out there. You know, that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. What happened with that was personal. Let's put that to the side. That ain't got nothing to do with me being this character or that character doing these movies. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just because I have a couple problems or whatever going on in my personal life, all right, that's cool. Who doesn't? We all do. Let's put that to the side. I still can go out there and be Shakespeare.
You're stupid.
Just
you know
like
that, but still be a good actor that he is, obviously, because guess what? Everybody still like to see little Mike Lowry. You know what I'm saying? With the Bad Boys thing, and then who knows what other films that he's already filming. Right. So, I mean, yeah, it might have put let's say it might have put a little dent or a little scuff in the fine paint, but man, that vehicle's still valuable.
Yeah, and also, you know, we're a forgiving society. You know what I'm saying? And what really happened? What was the penalty against Will for slapping him? I know he got a little something for the academy where he can't go for some years, but what really was the penalty? He got a free slapping. I don't know if he got sued behind the scenes. He might have had to pay him some money. Who knows? Will got a bunch of money.
I mean, we don't know what happened.
Public shame or whatever.
We don't know what happened.
Nothing really happened to him besides the public shame, and then you know, just let you know we're a forgiving society. You come out with a good movie. All we talking about is Bad Boy. We ain't talking about the slap anymore. You know what I'm saying? Will played it cool. He apologized. He did all the stuff, and now he's back to doing Will things. And you know, I saw a list where, man, this man can't miss at the box office.
Man.
Did you see that list of all the movies that he's had over the years that grossed over $100-something million?
Hey, he was one of the first actors to do 50 a pop.
So, you know, he can't miss. You know, guys like him and Samuel L. Jackson and Denzel and those guys, you know, and you know what I'm saying, Rasheed Wallace, obviously.
Yes.
But, you know, them
guys
guys can't.
my action movies.
You know, them guys can't miss at the box office. And, you know, but I wasn't surprised at all. You know, I wasn't surprised at all because Bad Boys is it's a cultural thing. You know, we're going to watch Bad Boys. We've been watching them since the first, and we're going to watch them all. I don't care if they get to Bad Boys 10, like Fast and Furious.
They do,
and that's
still
show up. And
yeah.
it's actually generational.
Yeah,
with those 4 films. Yeah.
And then we've seen the kids grow up. We've seen, you know, saying I haven't seen the last one, but I've heard that they got some of the people from the first one in there.
Yeah, little Reggie grew up. Reggie kicked some ass.
Then you find a way to start integrating them into the movies and all that stuff, so they can keep that franchise going for long. So, you know, I'm not mad at them at all.
Where's this ranking the best buddy cop movies?
I think it's up there. You got to put it up there with like a Starsky and Hutch. A lot of y'all don't know about that.
You went back, damn.
Man,
yeah, you know,
I was like Rush Hour.
Starsky and Hutch, Cagney and Lacey, Rush
48
Hour,
Hours,
Tango and
48
Cash.
Hours, Tango and Cash. You know
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon for sure. I would say
Beverly Hills Cop. They about to do a new one of those.
Yeah, they about to do one.
That's the ultimate right there. I would say
Beverly Hills
Lethal
Cop?
Weapon. No,
Oh,
Lethal
wow.
Weapon.
Lethal Weapon was.
Yeah, they got like 10 of them joints, and you know, majority of like at least all 10 of them, you know, got your man in the Mel Gibson's
and them Danny Glover
and Danny Glover. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good series too with a good duo. That was a good one right there.
I'll say Blue Streak a good one.
But I don't know the duo though. I don't know. That ain't no real.
I think what makes them a good one when they get a couple movies in. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Doing one and you're like, that's a good one. But if these guys can
you a
keep the
2 and
franchise
3.
going, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of my gauge.
Now we can't forget about this last 2 duo though. For me, that's the tops. For me, my number 2 is going to be Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. You know what I'm saying? They stir crazy, all that. You know. That whole era with them two making movies, what is it? See No Evil, Hear No Evil. You know, those were great family flicks. But for me, the whole number 1 overall duo is Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier.
I knew you were just about to say that, man.
Bro,
I swear
can't get no better than Uptown
say
Saturday Night and Let's Do It Again.
Before
you know, they got a few, dog. Yeah. Oh man,
you just know where you're going.
It's great duos though. You never can go wrong with great duos when it comes to movies like
Bill
that.
Cosby's from Philly, right?
All day, every day.
Nah, you should have said he's from like Pittsburgh or something like
what?
that.
That man has done a lot of great things. You know, they say what they
wings.
want to say about him. Who started all the family shit on TV? Bill Cosby.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody was tuning. You was rushing home to see the Cosby Show.
Listen, I don't know what I was watching.
Oh shit!
I knew what I was watching, but I don't.
Quit kicking me, T.Y.
Until they became up behind the scenes and you find out what happened.
Shit! Quit kicking me.
Moving on. The Celtics. Have you guys heard about that? The NBA Finals.
What's that?
Is that going on?
Currently, as a matter of fact, right now.
Oh, the Cosby's is watching that too.
Matter of fact, no.
Can we immediately talk about the picks?
We could. I mean, we were going to save for tomorrow when we make
I'm
our picks with the
for
game.
the picks we already made.
For the ones for last week. I don't know if we have the.
Didn't we?
Let me see. Yeah, Jack. Do we have the?
Why?
The record for that?
You must be feeling real confident.
All right. So what do you know?
I'm just feeling good. My picks, I felt good. I missed one with Porzingis, but feeling good.
Oh, you feeling real? Hey, yeah, but
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about the pick you made in our group chat. You know? Shit! Quit kicking me, Ty. Damn! You know my knee hurt. Quit kicking me.
For the picks, you were 0-4. Shit, I'm sorry.
I thought that's all I want to hear. You ain't gotta say no more.
You were 1-3. I must report.
All it takes is 1 to win.
That's not true. 3 to lose. I was 2-2. So back on the way up.
But you don't count though. You just kind of be cheating on the back end.
That's
man, low key for real.
I
might have to physically go back and watch each one of our shows and see the picks because I think him and Sean they might have their shit going, yo.
You go on for one time and start screaming collusion.
You know what I mean? Hey, I'm like Donald Trump. Shit, hey, yeah, it's all rigged. It's rigged. You know what I'm saying? Him and Sean, they together, dog. That's who feed him the stats sometimes. Sean's like, oh yeah, Tyler, Bonzi and She want 1 and 2. You want 3 and 0. You know what I'm saying? Like we like, damn, Sean, word. Like, come on, Sean.
You see what you do when you hurt. You go 0 and 4 one time and start just pointing fingers, man. Say everybody in on it.
Everybody is in on it.
Before we get to the games, it was just announced Kristaps Porzingis once again he's day to day with a torn medial retiniculum. It's in his knee.
Good try. Just say his knee.
Yeah, his knee cap, somewhere under there.
Knee contusion.
Yeah, opposite leg of the one that was injured. How do we think this impacts?
It's called compensation.
Explain, doctor.
So, obviously, it was the left non-muscle calf that was giving him the strain. And then, so with him out there doing what he's been doing, which he's been playing very well, by the way, in the first 2 games.
Very good 2 games.
We got to call a spade a spade.
Very well.
And but he's been compensating and putting a whole lot more pressure and body weight on that right leg. And now,
falling off the bone.
Tender kisses.
Tender kisses. Tenderoni.
Falling off the bone.
That falling off the bone right there, you know. But, you know, it just takes a little bandage, knee bandage, or put a little rubber sleeve on it, you know, keep it.
If that thing fell off the bone, what the
Hey, dog.
It ain't off the bone. The guy, he done put it off the bone?
Hey, look, I don't care what it is. Bro,
whatever, it's torn. Bro, that can't be good for us.
They said it was torn?
I don't care, boy. That motherfucker gonna be torn. I'm still gonna be out there because I'm this close. I am this close, bro, to getting what I want. As far as, you know, to mark my efforts and my everything, my love and everything for this game to get an NBA championship. I'm 2 wins away. I might never get this close again in my career as far as where I can play and I can make that effect. Like, I'm like, man, what can happen? You know what
if he goes out there and hurts the team, though? If he goes out there for game 3 and it's like he's clearly not himself, does he have to pull himself, or the coach got to be like, hey, you got to sit down?
I mean, and I agree with Sheed. I mean, you know, if this was a regular season game, obviously you're not playing. He's going to sit him out for whatever. But, you know, you so close to what you're trying to get to, and everybody trying to get to that goal that everybody says in training camp that we want to be the one holding the trophy. And I think he you know, if it's still day to day, it can't be a major tear.
It can be.
Because if it was a major tear, he's out.
He'd be out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is probably one of them tear, like, everybody has, you know, when you hurt something in there smaller is tore. It could be, it just depend on the severity of the tear. So I think, and I totally expect him to come out there and play. You know what I'm saying? Because like she said, they up 2-0 in the NBA Finals. You got to win 4 games. So you're 2 games away. So, you know, I worry about that knee injury or whatever this summer. I got all summer to worry about it. I got all next year, November. We can take it to December if we need to.
He also just got paid before the year, like a couple more years on that deal. So it's not like he's going into free agency.
Yeah, so, you know, I think it's, you know, he's going to put it on the line. And he's going, because he's been the X factor for them. Like we said last week, we wasn't expecting him to score over 14 and a half, and I think he scored 18 in the first half.
Or 20, game 1.
Yeah, he ended up with 20. You know what I'm saying? And he looked like he didn't miss a beat. Like he hasn't just been out the last 10, 12 games. So I fully expect him. And they're a different team with him in there in terms of not only scoring, he did some great things on the defensive end. He got some great blocks.
Yeah,
I mean, game 1, he was
changing
shots. You know, just his presence was different for them. So that would be a big loss for Boston if he can't play. You know, I think things change for real in Dallas's favor because he's been such a integral piece in what they've been doing to get these 2-0 advantage, because I think he might average about 16 or 17 in 2 games. Maybe
he's at 16
block and a half. You know, getting some that's big for them. That's been great.
Yeah. And the other side of the coin, devil's advocate, if he does sit out, I mean, if I'm him, I'm like, shit, all right now, I done gave y'all motherfuckers a 2-0 lead.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Like, y'all can close this out?
Like, shit, all right now, I'm going to need y'all to go ahead. Y'all been doing it the whole playoffs now.
Right.
I need y'all motherfuckers to close this shit out now. I done did my part.
Yeah.
You know, so if he does have to sit out, you know, it'll be damaging, but, and he'll be missed, but, you know, as so far the minutes coming off of injury that he's scheduled to play, as we said before, hey, they all been positive minutes. It hasn't been no negative minutes in there with
It's
him.
plus 25 and 44
I was
minutes
about to say,
over these 2 games.
I know I wasn't sure of what the exact number was, but I know it's sure positive minutes.
100%.
Yeah.
So how and what other ways are the Celtics dominating this series?
Yeah, offensive rebounds. They did a great job of keeping pressure, on Kyrie and Luka and making things tough. And they're doing a good job of making the ball find the other guy's hands. So now you got guys like Jones shooting above the break threes. Corner threes and all that stuff, those are easier to shoot. But them above the break threes,
It's not his game.
That's not his game. Those are tough to shoot. P.J. Washington, he's more of a corner three-point shooter. They got him finding the ball where he's shooting above the break three. They even tried Kleber. Kleber, I don't know.
Kleber.
Kleber. He hasn't been playing at all, and you can even see his rhythm is off. So
But he was out with he's the shooting five, but
he
can't
hurt,
shoot.
But he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah, bum shoulder.
So you know what I'm saying. So the game plan is that them dudes are going to have to beat us, and Kyrie's not playing as having his best, didn't have his best couple 2 games as well. So those guys got to step it up and hit some shots, but they can't do that overnight. You know what I'm saying. So I think the game plan for Boston has been perfect to make those other guys score. Will Luka and all them score? Yeah, but if you look at some of the shots Luka's been making, these are tough shots. You know what I'm saying? But he's a tough shot maker.
Right.
But you can almost live and die by those shots. You know what I'm saying? So, Boston is just playing at a high level right now. But I totally expect Dallas to go home and make some noise and hopefully get Game 3. But if they don't, it's night.
Yeah, it's been shocking. I thought Dallas was good enough to at least get one. But
Those first 2.
yeah, 1 out of 2. They didn't get that first one. So now you gotta look at it as, okay, we didn't get the first one, we gotta get the second one. But it all depended on how that mentality was in that locker room after that first one. Did everybody, go gung-ho on that first game, put all their marbles on that first game as far as all their effort?
Yeah.
Then all right, man, fuck it, Game 2, shit, we're gonna be home Game 3 anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's to the point all right, well, you still got to go out there and play. You still got to go out there and do the things you do. And, Luka, they did what they did with him, put him under wraps for the most part. Was it a foul at the end on P.J. Washington and Jaylen Brown putting the stiff arm in his back? Yeah, it was a foul. Yeah. But, hey, it wasn't called. And like we always say, ain't shit they can do about it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't
Didn't
shit
affect
you
the
do about it
outcome
after
of
the game.
Like the Celtics still would have won.
So, it's to me, it's still a good series.
Yeah.
I'm not counting Dallas out yet.
Okay.
Boston has definitely, for me, shocked me because I thought it was going to be at least 1-1 going back to Dallas. But hey, they up 2-0. So now, all right, we got it. So now here it is. All the pressure's on Boston. This is a big Game 3.
Yeah.
This might be the biggest Game 3 in this organization's history.
It's got to be right. You can't go down 3-0.
History.
Ooh, history?
In their history.
Ooh.
In their history.
Because you can't go down 3-0.
Man, you can't go down 3-0.
Yeah. Nobody's ever come back
granted,
from that.
even though, Kyrie, 1-3, he was down 1-3 or something like that and came back and won it that year.
The year they were down 3-1.
Cleveland,
Golden
that's
State.
why I said he was down 1-3.
Yeah. So
and they came back and won it. But that was phenomenal. That was great. But shit, I don't know. We're gonna see if Lightning can strike twice in the same spot. He behind the 8 ball right now. And man, Dallas gotta come out with everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If this is like a action movie and J Kidd is the general, I gotta send in all guns blazing and send in the whole arsenal. I gotta send the whole arsenal in, yo. And that's how it is right now. It's do or die right here because we all know statistics say when you down 3-0, it don't matter if it's finals or first round.
It's over.
You're not coming back.
You're not coming back. But we almost did it, but we didn't do it.
I'll say it's been almost. The Celtics almost did it last year, but
almost ain't good enough.
We almost did it.
Doesn't count.
But Dallas got to be thinking now, just to make themselves stay in it mentally, is that okay? They protected their home court. Now we got to come home and do it. So that's got to be the mentality. So they got to be thinking in their mind, we going 2-2 back to Boston, and we're gonna get Game 5. So I get that's got to be their mentality, And I know I can fully expect Kyrie. Hopefully Kyrie come out and be that guy. But it just seems like I don't know. Dallas offense ain't got enough ball movement. The ball kind of gets stuck, and you're doing a lot of one-on-one. These guys got to make tough pro moves and pro shots all the time.
Against great defenders.
Against some great defenders. I think if they got a little bit more ball movement, obviously it's tough because they don't got a lot of shooting on the floor, because when they go to Exum and Green and those guys, can they hit a shot? Yes, they can because they're pros. But they're not that knockdown shooter like I've been speaking on all, since we start talking. Like the Tim Hardaway, I don't know why he's not playing. He obviously has to be hurt because if you're bypassing him for no disrespect to them, and because we're NBA brothers, but Exum and Green and you know what I mean, like
you got to be hurt.
Something's got to be going on there because you need that shooting because a good team is going to make the ball find those guys whose percentages say they're not the best shooter. And this moment could be way bigger, too big for some of these guys to even be comfortable shooting some of those shots. So you got to get, what I'm saying? So you got to just figure that part out. But Dallas, just hopefully for the sake of the series, because we want to see a good series, they can get this thing back to 2-2.
Yeah.
It's something I wonder because they played Tim Hardaway 8 minutes in game 1, didn't play him in game 2. Jaden Hardy, they played 11 minutes game 1. He had 13 points. Then he played 2 minutes game 2, so didn't even really get a chance when, like you said, they're struggling to score points.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't understand it, but you know how the organizations is. Something's going on that we're not privy to, so.
That's true. And then as being a former head coach yourself,
you're right.
That you gotta roll with who you rolling with. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like, all right, these guys is giving me that effort and they scoring them buckets, I'm like, shit, I gotta roll with them till they, you know what I'm saying, they can't go no more till the well dry up. And you're doing that because when you did it, it was upperclassmen. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I gotta get him. I gotta give him that chance. You know what I'm saying? As the upperclassmen, and here we go in the NBA as them veterans. Like, I gotta give these guys that chance. So maybe J Kidd was in that situation, but as you just said, we never know. We not in the locker room. We looking outside in.
And honestly, I'm looking, this from a coaching perspective. I want to see what adjustment J Kidd makes. Like, what adjustment is he going to make to offset?
What do you think he can? What adjustment would you make? Or what adjustments do we think he can? Because again, like you said, you got to throw the whole kitchen sink. Let him now down 0-2.
I keep going back to Tim Hardaway Jr. You got to get more shooting in there because Boston they just do a great job defensively to make the ball find those guys that you want to have the ball. That's just what good defensive does. And Boston is doing a great job of that. And like I said, when you're making the ball find like Exum and, Jones, who's more slasher than they are spot shooter, I don't know if you can, Dallas can overcome and win, letting those guys shoot the ball. And now you find yourself, find Luka or Kyrie looking at them guys, knowing not feeling confident. Now they might shoot a bad shot, a different, pivot, spin, fadeaways and all that shit. And that's what you see Luka shooting sometimes because he's probably saying to himself, shit, I might got a better chance literally of shooting this tough shot than them dudes got shooting a butt-naked spot-up shot. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just interested to see what adjustment he does make.
Yeah, no, true. We'll see because, we're dealing with veterans here. It's a veteran coach. He's been in this situation before. On both sides of it, as that player, as that coach, but I think what it does with Dallas, here we are. It puts them in that same predicament that we saw Boston in a couple years ago. That young team, Boston has that finals experience. Has that finals experience, has that late playoff experience.
Yeah.
Dallas doesn't.
Right.
Is this taking effect? Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Is the stage too big for PJ? You know what I'm saying? He had a good first 2 rounds. Is this stage too big for him?
Stage is huge.
You never know. But somehow, some way, I'm interested as well to see what changes J Kidd make because you got to make some changes. I gotta either change my lineup up, bring in somebody off that bench who I might not have played, for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but they helping. It's going to come to one of those points with him being that head coach. Oh, shit. Who can I get down here? Let me see.
Looking way down there.
It's so tough as a coach.
Once you start rubbing your chin.
Hey, bro, it's so tough as a coach to look down there and not feel confident and nobody you looking at. Like, God. Then you look at your assistants. Man, God, man. That's a tough feeling, bro.
Well, you say, just never mind, man. Y'all just run it out.
Time out, man.
That's, you know. And again,
tough, man.
I can't speak I only can speak from it from the player side. He can speak from it from both sides because he was the head coach.
Right.
You know, shit, I only been a head coach of high school team. That's totally, they ain't even no fucking pressure. Like,
It was tough.
But with him being a head coach in college, I heard a lot of the shit that he was saying. I seen his guys. I went to their practice with him and all that shit. So, like, I understood where he was coming from, but I was like, man, I wouldn't want to be you, buddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But,
Play zone. Just
do your best, boys.
Let's just stall it and play zone. That's what it's now.
Now, one thing I do wonder is if Jason Kidd would go to P.J. Washington at the 5. Like, Derek Lively's been a minus 30 in 37 minutes. Kleber's supposed to be the stretch 5. They not really guarding him like that. Gafford been playing okay. I thought you can, like, use him some, but would they go to PJ at the 5 to try to get more offense on? Because, again, they ain't scored 100 points yet. So I'm just trying to think of a way to get some buckets.
If you put PJ at the 5, who the 4? Who the 3?
Probably have to go.
Jones.
So Luka, Kyrie, PJ's your 5. I imagine probably Derek Jones Jr. is your 4. And probably one of Green or Hardaway or Exum as your 3. You going small, but again, you ain't scored 100 points. One game you ain't scored 90.
So between Gafford, Lively, PJ, and anybody else coming off of that bench, we're going to have to all get together and we're going to all have to do our part. Because, you know why? We know what Kyrie can give us. We know what Luka can give us. Night in, night out. We know that. Yo, when it comes to this right now, we got to step up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, they might be shooting a lot of shots, but still, it's a whole team effort. Yo, yeah, they shoot, but we can get the fucking rebounds, putbacks. You know what I'm saying? We can play defense down the other end just because I'm not a factor or one guy is shooting all the shots down here. Yo, I still can be effective part of the game down here on this end. Right. It don't take for me to get the ball or not on this defensive end. No, that's what it seems like it has to be for them. You know what I'm saying? To beat this Boston team. And so far, you know, I've been wrong with the things that I've said because Boston and a lot of the ways have been proving me wrong with a lot of the things they did. Like, we all know, but we've all said that we respect Jaylen Brown. You know, we don't know where he got that shit from. But we've all said that. But outside of that, you know, as a team unit, man, they've been putting that shit together. You know what I'm saying? And I will admit when I'm wrong, I thought Dallas was going to get at least one of these 2 games. Mainly the first one.
I did too, yeah.
Mainly the first one. So Boston's been proving a lot of people wrong. They on that mission. They like, look, we've been here before. We know what it was. We know why we fucked up for the last finals and the last couple times, and you know the ECFs. And so now, like, here we are. Like this is us. And man,
That's close.
2 away.
For me, I don't know. I think I would because Luka's so good at drawing fouls. I would play Luka off the ball more. I would have Kyrie handle the ball more and set up Luka. Luka's a great spot up shooter, and you know you put him in that mid post. Man, he's an excellent passer, but he's so good at drawing fouls, man. And I think that would just keep him a little bit more, you know, fresher instead of him always out there just really, you know, going through his bag. And he can still do that sometimes. But I would just play him off the ball a little bit more. And I don't know about starting P.J. Washington at the 5 because Gafford's
maybe not starting, but just
Gafford's
going
playing
to it
well.
as a lineup. Yeah.
man, Gafford's playing very well.
Gafford's playing great. And if you look at it, he's one of the few times when they do look for a post-up, they throw it to him, and he's very efficient down there. I love Gafford for this team. But I just think just if they do make an adjustment, I think I would just try to get Kyrie more involved earlier. Get him going early. Keep him engaged in the game for 4 quarters because Kyrie will sometimes take a back seat and let Luka shoot 3, 4, 5 times in a row and he'll just kind of just float. I want Kyrie to be aggressive for every
Set the
minute that
tape,
he's out there. If he's playing 46 minutes, I need 46 minutes of Kyrie trying to be in attack mode and putting pressure on those guys, because sometimes your offense got to be your best defense. And you got to go at the star players. You got to put Jaylen Brown, like we talked about, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, all those guys in situations where you got to guard us, and now we get some fouls on them or whatever the case may be. But just be totally aggressive, because Jrue Holiday and I can't think of his name, the light-skinned shooter. Golly,
White.
D. White, his name was tipping my tongue. They play great defense against those guys. They play really, really great defense. And Jaylen Brown's pretty good as well. But you got to just attack those guys, because that's where the kind of the head of the snake with Boston. So those are the couple of adjustments I would do.
Is this one of the more unselfish teams we've seen in Boston? They got 5 guys right now between 16 and 22 points in the finals. And Jason Tatum shooting 32% from the field. And it hadn't really mattered. Like, Dallas hadn't been able to take advantage of Tatum having, I think it was 6 for 22 last game.
Has that ever happened in the history of any finals?
5 guys that balanced.
I don't know if that's ever even happened.
That's a good question. That I'm not sure.
That's interesting right there. That balance. We know y'all didn't. Y'all averaged 8, 9, and 7.6, 8.
Rip and Chauncey did the heavy lifting.
We know
I was all inflated over there like, we did.
Rip 20, Chauncey 20.
Oh, we know y'all
We
didn't.
know
Sheet
it.
11.
Come on. We talking about points. We talking about not rebounds with Ben. Ben probably has 16 rebounds, 6 points.
I felt like Pac-Man.
We know y'all not talking about y'all.
With that balance, who do we think has been their MVP so far?
Man, team.
For the Celtics.
But team, because that's what it takes.
But who's going to get that MVP? Who
we
would
go
hold
right
up
now?
I don't
if
give
we
a
voted
fuck.
right now?
If I'm on that team, if I'm on that Boston team right now, I could care less who get that MVP. Because what's more important?
What's that, the other finger?
Yeah, that ring finger, dog.
Other finger.
It's that ring finger. You know what I'm saying? That's more important right now. I care less about no fucking MVP. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if I'm like a Derek White or Al Horford, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not thinking about no MVP. I'm thinking about this dub for this chip.
Why can't you answer his question? He said if we was picking one right now, who would the MVP?
No vote from Rasheed Wallace.
We don't need to. We don't need all that.
I'm sorry.
Golly, man, why did he have to go?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Jrue Holiday.
You would go Jrue.
Yeah, because he's playing well.
I'm sorry.
God, you see that, man? You ain't got to be militant.
You
don't got to be militant, brother, at all times.
I'm sorry.
God.
Sure enough, Wallace abstains from the vote.
This dude right here, man.
I'm sorry, y'all. I did go on my bag.
Angry man over here, man. Always angry. Why you mad, son?
Tell him why you mad,
son.
I'm going to tell you why I'm mad.
Abby. No, I don't think that shit, dog.
Sir, you cannot use that language.
No.
You said you go Jrue Holiday?
I think he's been playing so efficient on both sides of the ball. And, last game, I think he had 20.
He had 26 last game. He's averaging 19. He has 38 points through 2 games with no turnovers.
With no turnovers, he's been playing great defense. He's just been solid for him, hitting big shots. Obviously, Tatum is not playing his best, but he's still getting numbers because he's a volume shooter. You put Jaylen Brown in that conversation, obviously, but it's between him and Jaylen Brown. But I would give it to Jrue right now.
But we know Jrue could play defense, though, from his Milwaukee days.
That's what he do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's his calling card.
That's why Boston bought him, especially after losing Marcus Smart.
That's what they do.
So we had to bring another wing perimeter defender in here.
Did you say we?
No, I'm saying in the words of Boston. I'm not,
It did slip.
In the terms of Boston.
I listened. I was listening.
Yeah, no, that's what they said. Like thinking about them. Oh, we got to bring another wing perimeter in here. We lost Marcus Smart, so now we got to bring another one in here. That's of course what they're thinking as far as the mindset of the coaches in front office. But no, they found that in Jrue. You know what I'm saying? They found that in Jrue. We saw what he did. He's always been that good perimeter defender that Milwaukee needed. Showed up. You know what I'm saying? It's not a matter of like, oh, I need the ball to score this and that. No, I'm going to play some defense. That's fun for me.
Yeah.
I like playing defense. I like shutting you down in your crib. So, I like the fact that he's doing that. Now, would they vote him as the MVP? I don't know. For the simple fact, one, if he did get MVP, it would have to be on defense. And we all know that's not what this game is about nowadays.
Yeah.
It ain't about defense. It's all about scoring.
He's still getting a dub a night.
Being popular.
It's for Jrue, right?
He's still getting a dub.
Yeah, for Jrue.
Because I'll say for Iguodala got it for defending LeBron. Kawhi got it for defending LeBron in those finals.
He don't know his history.
So that's why I had to put the quote, because LeBron was still getting like 38.
Yeah, man, come on, man. You had 38 in a quarter? Or half? Who was that against? I thought you were talking about when Brian had like 50 on him.
Oh, no, that was against the Pistons.
I thought you said that. Was that a quarter? Or
in a row, man. I don't know.
It was something. It was like 30 in a row. Something crazy against that defense.
All right, don't let me pull up some Brown and Bonzi video. Don't let me pull that up now.
We need to get a clip for
regular
season,
Brown and young Bonzi. Well,
regular season,
Bonzi, but
Eastern Conference Finals, and the playoffs. It's just
still,
30 straight against y'all, against that defense you said is better than 2017.
Hey,
and you can
even the sun shines on a dog's ass.
You can guard
Blind squirrel finds a nut.
Man, all that.
Fat kid always get motherfucking donut every now and then.
Man, any more?
Hey, how many you want? I can go all day with them.
Yeah. My fault. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No. Let's say, what do we think about Jason Tatum? He's not shooting well, but what does it say that he's still like 10 boards a game, 9 assists? He's been defending their centers. So when they try to switch, it's just bringing him into action, which I feel like he's holding his own. So what does it say about him that he's
I can do other things besides shoot. I can do other things besides score. I can play some defense. I can rebound. You know what I'm saying? I can do all the other facets of the game if I'm having a fucked up game. I can go out here and still make sure you got a fucked up game. Make sure I grab at least 7, 8 boards. You know what I'm saying? And you figure this out all along as you're going through this game. You know, like, oh, damn, I ain't shooting well. All right, let me run the floor, a little bit extra hard to get this layup. I need a bucket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To get me feeling right, to get me back into it, I need a bucket. Let me run this floor, get this easy lay. You know what I'm saying? So it's other facets of the game, and to me, that's what it looks like he's focusing on. I'm not just focused on me having the ball, going in my bag, and jump shot or going to the basket.
We've seen from years past.
Exactly, and I tried that last finals. Guess what?
Didn't work.
Didn't work for me. So now let me try some other shit. Let me be that Scottie Pippen type player now, who's shown very little in the stat sheet.
Right.
And that's what he's doing. I think that's the type of player that for this series, for this finals, that he's becoming. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and that's the good thing that, at least from the outside looking in, that I take from him and Jaylen Brown's friendship and being teammates. Because right now, we all know Jay Brown, that nigga hotter than fish grease.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, well, Jay Tatum, go ahead, you sit back, and now you got to be Robin. You know what I'm saying? You got to let Jay Brown be Batman.
I mean, you heard what Jason Kidd said.
Yeah.
In between the games, saying it's like, Jaylen Brown's really their best player, trying to rile up the team. Yeah.
Real talk. But what we always see, like whenever they show Boston or whenever they promote Boston on TV, who we always seeing? We always seeing Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing Jay Brown.
And mind you, Jason Tatum about 6'10", so he can play the 5 so he can switch on any 5.
He a light 6'10".
Yeah, he light 6'10". But I think this slump or this shooting the slump that he's in right now has been good for the evolution of his game. Because now I think he's seeing like, oh, I can be that player that can get triple doubles and can be a full. I ain't got to just get buckets all the time. He's been getting buckets since he got in the league. He's been at 25 plus almost for the last 5-6 years. So he's got buckets. So I think this has been good for him to kind of see like, oh, I can literally do other stuff at an elite level as well. You know what I'm saying? Because if you see some of the passes that he was making, you know what I'm saying? Because he's really good at getting by people, catching angles.
He really worked on that part of it.
Yeah, he's really worked on it. He was throwing, on-point passes, on-time passes. You know what I mean? And as a player, to get them on-point and on-time passes, that's everything. And he was doing that. And I think that was just helped his evolution of his game for his confidence. And he's always could do it, but just in a game setting where you're sitting at this level, you're at the NBA Finals.
Nah, he
you're
doing
almost
it. He doing it.
averaging a triple-double. I mean, that's got to be confident, building for him moving forward. Like, oh, okay, I done added some stuff to my game, so maybe he can come back and maybe try to have a season where he can stay at those high levels in terms of rebound. He gonna get points. That's what he do. He's a bucket. But staying around 10 rebounds, staying between 6 and 8, maybe getting 10 assists a game, that could be his rest of his career because he's that good.
Making an all-defense team.
Yeah, all defensive team. Just all that type of stuff. Just being a more well-rounded player instead of just being known as a, he a scorer. He's a one-trick pony. His game is evolving.
True that. No, I'm with you.
Cheese, you picked Dallas in 6, which is still technically possible. Would you like to change that, or you?
Is that what we're doing?
No, I'm not. I'm not one to back away from my word.
Okay.
On what I said. No, I'm not because, Boston's up 2-0. Boston's doing their thing. They did what they were supposed to do. They defended home court. We gotta go back to Dallas.
Dallas is trying to do that.
Exactly.
Or try.
Exactly. So.
You gotta try,
No,
So, but no, I'm sticking with my pick. I'm not one. I ain't no Charles Barkley ass dude to change my pick up midstream.
You call that Chuck, man?
That's how my old head do sometimes in midstream.
Man, leave
you know what I'm saying?
alone,
But that's
man.
my guy. But
national treasure.
I'm gonna stay with my pick. I'm gonna still say. It's looking real slim now. Now they got to sweep them. I'm still saying
one at a time, though, right?
Yeah, one at a time.
You get 3.
You got to get game 3.
A 2-1 series is anybody's series, so you got to get game 3.
You got to get game 3.
Protect home court, like you said, and maybe Porzingis don't come back. Like you never know.
You never know. You never know. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Yes. Is Jrue Holiday the glue that the Celtics been missing? Because like we've said, they've been here in the past, hadn't quite been able to get over that hump.
For sure. I mean, didn't I pick Boston? Did I pick Boston?
I think you had him in 6. I had him in 7.
But publicly,
yeah, in 6.
No, but honestly, I think. Is that what I did?
That's tough.
I mean,
I said say what I said in the text. I said, man, when I said, man, I think Dallas might have a chance of winning this one.
Texas
I said
is a different story.
I said the game, not the series. If you're gonna say it.
The Texas is a different story. That's all.
See, that's snitching.
Non-public shit.
That's that snitching stuff.
We just talking about public shit. I just said you said, publicly. That's all. How's that snitching? You snitched on yourself.
I had to because you
told on yourself.
I had to.
Yeah, you come get him now.
Your Honor, it was me. Yeah.
I had to. Come on, Bonzi. Come on out the bushes, man. They got us. Come on, Bonzi. Basically what you did.
Hey, Bonz! Come on out from over there behind that bush, behind that tree.
They got us,
man. They got us, man. Come on, Bonzi Wells.
They know we live in Main Street,
man.
Bonzi
Wells.
They got us.
Come on, man. They know. But no, I think Jrue Holiday definitely. I mean, and that's another strategic, great move by the great Brad Stevenson out of Indiana.
Stevens?
I'm sorry.
I don't know,
out
bro.
Of Indiana, because that was just a great trade because with Marcus Smart, they was only getting so far.
But are you saying that Drew's a better defender than Marcus Smart when he comes on that wing?
No. I'm just talking about maybe temperament. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? You never know. Marcus Smart is like you. You know what I'm saying? He wild, you know what I'm saying? He probably, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Come on, man.
Good defender.
Great defender.
Team-oriented.
But it's the other stuff that
all the players
you gotta understand. Not all the players might like him, but the organization could have been scared of him. You know how that stuff go. Remember, kind of like you. We liked you. Organization was scared to death of you.
Don't listen to what they say about you, man. You all right with me.
Rashid is right here, Bonzi.
It ain't right, all right.
They tapping me, Bonzi. Could you tell Rashid we got an appearance for him? Could you ask him, could he do an appearance? And I'll be like, bro, Rashid's right here.
Right.
Why are you asking me to ask him?
Literally.
Why are you doing this to me? Can't believe they got me linked to this cat, man. But I think, you know what I'm saying? I think just maybe Marcus Smart might have had some of that going on. I don't know for sure. But if they trade somebody like that, it's got to be something that they had going on outside of basketball that they wasn't comfortable with.
Well, I mean, it was Marcus Smart for Porzingis and 2 draft picks. So that feels like just.
I mean, but I'm saying it was a great trade too as well. I'm saying, but you get Porzingis now. You get that trade where you bring in Jrue Holiday, was basically a same or upgraded
He's a
version
better
of Marcus
version of
Smart.
Marcus Smart,
You know what I'm saying? So now then Jrue comes in with a different temperament. Jrue laid back, chill, probably quiet, cool veteran, cool ass vet. What year is this for Jrue now? Probably 14, 15. You know what I'm saying?
Up
So
there.
he the vet with these guys. He's won a
I want to
championship.
say 12 maybe?
This is
11, 12?
This is year 14.
You know what I'm saying?
09 draft.
He's won
for
a
Jrue.
chip already. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
been to the top
so
before.
That temperament is different now. Now he's trying to talk to him about what they did. You know what I'm saying? How to move. You know what I'm saying? They probably picking his brain on different things as young boys. Like, man, what was your mindset? And you can just see that it's just a different Boston team that they was destined from day one all throughout the season that they was going to make this run to be in position where they are now. Well, they think there was 65 and 17, something like that on the
64,
season.
65, something like that.
That's tough. To win 60-something games in any season is tough. And to go through the playoffs the way they did, they kind of ran through the playoffs. They kind of ran through the playoffs a little bit so far.
Ran through the playoffs.
Now they 2-0. I mean, this team is built to win a championship, and that's why I got them winning in 6, maybe even 5, the way it's
I was like, do you want to change your prediction?
I don't
think it goes?
I don't want to change it because I definitely think Dallas has a great chance at home. And Dallas is a really good team, but like we said earlier, Dallas is still trying to learn how to win a championship. I think Boston has learned how to win it.
Because of experience.
Yeah, because of the experience and going through the stuff. So I mean, Boston is just a well-oiled machine right now.
Is he the most impactful like two-way guard in the league right now? Talking Jrue,
I mean,
or up there?
I mean,
He's been there for a minute though. So this not new. Like what we seeing with Jrue playing defense, this ain't new.
Just saying what he
Like,
been doing.
we've seen this. Like if you watch basketball and you know him, we've seen this.
Yes, that's what he do.
Do we think some of what the Bucks went through, like their step back this year, is from losing a guy like that? Even though you bring in a guy like Dame, who has his own set of skills, but you still lose Jrue, who has all the things we talking about: the leadership, the intangibles, the defense at a higher level.
I mean, I definitely think they sacrificed scoring for defense.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Dame is a lethal player. You know what I'm saying? But it's just different when you got your own franchise. Like, who knows how Dame was going to adjust to being Robin when he was Batman, Superman for so long. He can shoot any shot. He can do whatever he wants. He's the focal point. He's the man. He's the guy. Now you're the second fiddle to Giannis. You know what I mean? So it's different. Who knows how that relationship was going to work? I mean, you know how many times we brought in superstar players to come try to play with us and kind of mold with us, and it took time for guys to get on the same page and start really even knowing each other, understanding each other's game, playing with each other, and all that good stuff. And you saw it. And then when you take a step back from losing defensively, and you have a hobbled Middleton,
Right.
you know what I mean? That team was looking different right there. You lost a dead-eye shooter like Allen to Phoenix. Grayson Allen was shooting the blood out of it for them. You don't play Connaughton as much, you know what I'm saying? So they team just looked totally different, and you saw it all year long. So you can say Jrue Holiday was probably the glue that kept that team together, but once they start piecing it away and start sacrificing things, that team was going to look different regardless. And then you fired the coach. Now you got a whole nother philosophy midway through the season. That's a recipe for a first-round exit. You know what I mean? That's a recipe for it.
Well, they got a lot of hope now. With my guy D Ham signing with him. My guys in
No,
D Ham in there on the
man's
bench.
the head coach.
No.
Both your boys is
D
on the
Ham is
bench.
not the head coach.
Both your guys.
Both your boys are
So you
in
got D
Milwaukee.
Ham, D Riv. Is that what you call him? Yo, D Riv. It's me, she. D Riv. Or did you say G Riv? Did you call him Glenn?
Glenn.
Stop it, dog.
G Riv. She here is G Riv.
But no, there's hopefully with the hiring of D Ham, they'll get what they lost. Because he was part of that team that helped Milwaukee win that championship
100%.
with Jrue a few years ago. So we'll see how it plays out as far as everything with Jrue being in Boston now, and then is he that defensive stopper? And so we'll see how it plays out.
Man, he is. Good plan.
Speaking of coaches, Danny Hurley
Phew.
staying put. Danny Hurley staying put.
Danny Hurley got
told y'all.
some mega cojones.
Sham Charania says, quote, he was not the number one candidate to go and pursue from the start. At the end of the day, he chose to stay for $20 million less at UConn. What's your instant reaction
Respect.
to Danny Hurley saying no?
I respect him. I respect Danny Hurley with that because he got a loyalty to that UConn fan base and everything, man, that you can't put money on. You can't put a price on it, man. The loyalty that he just showed, man, that's.
I mean, they still tried. They still up the.
Yeah,
Still up the.
I
I
mean,
mean, he was on 6 for 32. They gave him $50 million over 6 years. The Lakers' offer was, I think, it was $70 million over 6.
I know, but you gotta think.
ransom.
But you gotta think it probably is the same because that $20 million extra in living in LA.
That's
in Connecticut,
Property
man,
losing money.
He's gonna lose some money, man. That's really a 6-year, $46 million deal they offered him after them taxes. Sure, but I really respect him so much for that because, you know what I'm saying, he could have left, but you got to think, and if we keeping it real, LA's not a championship team today.
No.
So you leading a made situation in UConn for a
That you
flip of the
made.
coin,
a championship situation.
a championship situation,
That
back
you
to back
made.
championship for a flip of the coin type situation in LA, and also, and as the trend has been going out there, you 3 years tops out there if you don't make something shake. You know what I'm saying? You got to win a championship. Yeah. So I think it was just so much pressure on him to come out there to replicate what he's done in UConn in LA. And I think that's not even realistic. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that these people think that he could go do that, make that transition and make this LA team just like, I don't think, college, and sometimes the college coaches transition to pros and it makes sense, but I think it would have just been too much pressure on him. I think he recognized it, but just also the loyalty that he has for UConn and what he has built there. I don't think it was worth breaking down. And I just commend him and I respect him so much for just saying no. He knows who he is. He knows where he want to be at. And I just got so much respect for him.
Yeah, and it definitely, like I said, for me, if I was in that situation, and I said it before, no, I wouldn't have took it because
No matter the rate.
No, because number one, I got 6 years in already with this program. You know what I'm saying? I won 2 out of the last 3, right? And here's the other thing. I can get who I want. You know what I'm saying? Me and my lady was talking about this on the way down here. I can get who I want. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. Think about it. When you're an NBA head coach and you're talking about, okay, the draft or even a trade, the higher-ups, they can get my opinion. Oh, no, I think we should get player A. But the higher-ups believe that player B is a better fit. So with me, even if I'm like the coach GM, as we've seen happen a lot with, nowadays, even if I'm the coach GM, it's still the president and the owner who makes the final decision.
Go through them.
So to me, that's how it's been. So I was like, okay. It's like, it was a good thing. It was a good thing. But again, as I said, if I was him, nah, I wouldn't do that because I built this program up. I built this program up to be back in that whole blue blood competition. I built this program up over the last 6 years. I can get who I want. If you're a tenacious defender and like, you guard 94 feet, everything, like, I'm going after him. But if I'm a coach in the NBA, well, the organization might not look at that same player the way I do. They might look at him like, we need more scoring or this or that, blase, blase. But I'm like, man, this motherfucker's a great on-ball defender, picks up 94 feet. He can start my press off.
Like that's what we need.
Defense, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So with that whole stabilization between the NBA and college, no, I'm going to stay college because I can get who I want. The NBA is too many other motherfuckers that got factors going into it. Let's just say you could have a hard-nosed NBA owner that's like Jerry Jones. We all know Jerry Jones is going to put his motherfucking whole nickel in when it comes to who we going to draft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, that college, well, hey, and you can contest to this because you're a collegiate coach. You guys go after who you want. Who's better for your program, opposing to depending on a draft or depending on a trade.
Right.
No, from the door, I need a wing defender. Guess who you gonna go out and recruit a wing defender.
Recruiting's different.
I mean, well, it's different now, with the whole NIL, but overall, you get the gist of what I'm saying. Yeah,
no, I hear you.
But you get the gist of what I'm saying. So it's like, if I'm him, exactly, no, I wouldn't have took that neither. I don't have command of my team. Him being at UConn right now, I got command of my organization.
Yeah, it's all about control.
Yo, I can command. If I want 2 coaches, hey, yo, I heard about this kid who plays in Saquishquaw, Illinois, or Saquishquaw, Montana. I need y'all to go see him. Guess what I could do? Send him. And yeah, granted, you can do that as a head coach in the NBA, but it's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you going out, it's different because it's more of an immediate impact. If I'm going to get that kid, because, all right, I know you coming next year to my program, Tyler, and I know that, you a lockdown defender. Like, all right. So let me get somebody who going to go great with him. Oh, damn. This kid from motherfucking Muncie, Indiana. Like, I'm going to go recruit him because he's a scorer. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this would be my 1-2 to start my program off. That's how it is as that college coach. I can get who I want, but it's a little different as that NBA coach.
Well, now we see players pick, like LeBron picked the Lakers. And LeBron pretty much told the Lakers, he's like, yeah, I'm going to come there. Y'all figure it out. I'm bringing AD with me. Like, so, y'all figure that out.
I'm saying? So it's different.
Yeah.
It's different, but you know what I'm saying? That's how the game goes. That's how it is now, but no, it put me in a situation where I gained more respect for Dan Hurley. I mean, I already had respect for him and his clan, him and his dad, especially his dad, been great as far
Bobby
as
wasn't Duke.
I respect him, but
Okay.
Duke ain't shit. But
they're gonna put that on their website. Put it on your website, dude.
They playing that for the next Duke UNC game.
Oh my God. DOOK. I said FUKDOOK.
Wow.
But
let's go, Georgia Tech.
That's a good clan. You know what I'm saying? As far as when it comes to basketball, they learned from their dad. So no, I'm back for it's values. He's like I said before. Hey, he's an East Coast kid. Everybody on the East Coast don't fuck with the West Coast. It ain't got nothing to do with the rap war and all that bullshit. But everybody on the East Coast don't fuck with the West Coast, and vice versa. Everybody on the West Coast don't fuck with the East Coast. Yeah. But here we have it in this coaching situation. No, Hurley was like, no, I don't care what y'all offer. Look, I ain't gonna just drop this program. I done built this program for the last 6 years. No, y'all not gonna just buy me out like that. This family here, and when I say the family, he talking about the UConn family, and I'm pretty sure that Rick can contest to this as far as how they do things up there, as far as professional and this and that, blase. No, I'm not gonna leave that for the show, the Lake Show, because we know out there it's a show.
Right.
We all know it's a show. What we've been calling it for years, the Lake Show.
What was the question, man? This motherfucker was talking so long, I forgot again, man.
Shit, quit kicking me.
You get to talking, man. What did you say? What was we talking
Just
about?
how you feel about just the hiring general? Should he turn down the bread?
You did an acceptance speech, boy. I was passionate.
Do you think, is it embarrassing for the Lakers to get turned down like this? Like a very public fashion.
No.
Only thing really going on is the finals, and then this news broke out of nowhere. He seemed like the guy till he wasn't.
I mean, I think it was good that someone told him no. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in here, including us, probably was saying there's a no-brainer that he can't turn down the Lakers.
I said he didn't. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I'm just saying, but it's you didn't say that.
Yeah, I told him if I was him, I wouldn't
you
accept
said you wouldn't have did it. The rumored money at first was $100 million. If it was $100 million, I was like, he gotta listen.
Yeah, I think that's what
I gotta listen.
I gotta listen.
That's what we talked about.
And but
it's cool that you see somebody that just don't run for the money. He stood on what he stood on, and he stood on business.
And value.
Is that the word? He stood on some business.
Yeah, some business. What is he?
That business. Yeah, he stood on business. But that's cool. So then it's almost like, do you take that plan B? Who's plan B? Is it JJ Redick? Is Redick
that
sitting
feels
there
like
what?
This is from Vincent Goodwill. He said, some folks around the league feel JJ Redick won't want to be involved with the circus, that he won't want to be a second choice, but he wants to coach. The Lakers seem very intrigued by him for whatever reason, and the focus will smoothly
For
shift.
whatever reason.
Will smoothly shift to him because who else? The coaching cycle's nearly over, and Redick does a podcast with LeBron James. So
LeBron James.
it seems like Redick is that option, but what if he says no? What if he's like, I don't think y'all tried to recruit over me?
He can't say no. Now he obviously he still skipped the line. So for them to backtrack and come back around, he can't say no. JJ can't say no. I mean, that's like probably gotta be bucket list thing for him, and to be a coach. So man, that's crazy. I mean, obviously the Lakers gotta feel humbled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody to tell them no with all the stuff that they threw at them, this is the Lakers, this is the top franchise in our game, and for somebody to say no, it's got to be like, oh wow. But I totally expect us to hear J.J. Redick be the front runner within the next few days by the end of the week and taking the Lakers position, and I think he's going to take it. I think he's not going to worry about being the second fiddle, and a lot of that stuff be, what I'm saying, word on the street, we heard this and all that. Allegedly and all that stuff. So you never know. But if I was him, I wouldn't take it personal. I'd just get that bag. And if they want to give me $70 million for 5 years, was it 5 years?
Well, that was for Hurley though. Redick ain't gonna get the Danny Hurley. Yeah, he ain't gonna get the Danny Hurley.
But he got to get something.
He got something, but he ain't gonna
get something. Let's say if he get 5 year 50. That's still great money. And even if they fire him after 2 years, they still got to pay him the rest of it.
Cash him out.
So he's gonna be good. Like
cash me out.
You got to take it. You got to take it.
Do we think was this Hurley just like was he ever really gonna coach the Lakers, or was this just him knowing he was gonna stay at UConn? Woj, the guy he put it out with, wrote a book on his pops, so he close with that family.
And also,
he ended up getting a raise.
But you got to think, what other name could they have threw out there that could have got this type of buzz?
That's why Hurley was like, "Oh, I know they need me more than I need them."
That's what it was because the names they was throwing out there, it wasn't the buzz
James
wasn't.
Borrego.
Yeah, the buzz wasn't there. So then when they threw it out there, we all talking about, man, the storyline was different. You know what I'm saying? We can go bring a J.J. Redick from the podcast to this bench. We can go hire a couple of these longtime assistants. They threw Sam's name in there. They threw Borrego. I think I'm saying his name right. So them names, don't get me wrong, no disrespect to them, but it wasn't like, oh my goodness, it wasn't front page news. Now
because it was an unbelievable buzz.
It was so now you throwing Hurley, who's like, oh, he's a 2-time champion. He could leave UConn like he's never coached an NBA game, but now all of a sudden he's the front runner to be the head coach of the story franchise. Like that was front page worthy for people to start talking about. So it was just a buzz, and it was just a buzz, and it was a cool little buzz because we was like, would he do it? And to find out he wouldn't, just says a lot about who he is.
You said you would still take the job if you were JJ. Would you, if you were Redick, or you would never take the job?
Well, for me, if I'm a coach, no, period, I wouldn't take that job. Like even if my name,
even
was
if you were Redick
though,
who's not a coach.
He's not a coach.
Yeah, he's an analyst right now.
You wouldn't just take a chance just to see if you can do it because that's what he.
They put $50 million in the bank.
That's what they're doing.
But here's the thing. I know if I can feel like I can do it, that's different from I know I can do it. But how do I know I can do it if I never done it?
How do you know you can't though?
Until you do it.
But I never done it before. I never been a head coach.
How do you know?
And now here I am on the hottest stage. That plays a big key. That plays a big part in this. I'm on the hottest stage, bro. And so everything I do, every move I make, every play, well, even though they don't do too many plays right now, it's just all freelance, but still, every play I draw up, I'm in the hot seat just because of the organization of this job that I took.
But you gotta understand, that's just a Monday for a professional player. You're always getting critiqued. You're always you're used to that life.
True.
You're used to that life of always getting critiqued.
But it's not the same being that player or coach in Utah as it is in LA.
But I get that, but I think he'll be able to handle it better than a regular person who's just coming off the street, ain't never coached before. You know what I'm saying? Because you're used to that scrutiny. You used to always being judged. You used to walk on the fine line. Obviously, I agree with you totally that he's really going to get scrutinized in LA, but we all know coming in the door, he don't have the resume, in my Rasheed voice, the resume that a Hurley would have, or one of these seasoned coaches because they've been coaches. So you almost get a pass a little bit, You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, and not.
But do you though?
No. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Not with that organization.
Do you expect him to sit in that huddle and draw a fire ass play?
I do.
You don't. No, you don't. But you expect them assistants that's with him to help him go ahead and connect all the dots.
As that player, you the head coach.
You giving him the
I'm
bread,
not expecting it. I'm not expecting everybody else that you brought with you to draw up a play.
But that's what it's going to be though. In reality though, because all these people you're going to bring in is going to give you the formula. We're going to sit in these meetings. We're going to all put our heads together and get the formula on how to put it out there to them.
So they respect that?
How many times?
That's the reality of it, though, because we know he's never coached. Why are we going to act like he's coached
But how many times
before?
we picked out fake motherfuckers?
But okay, that's fine, though. They're going to pick him out from day one, but what if he come in and he good at it? What if he come in and all the stuff that we've been meeting about preseason and all that stuff, and it all makes sense to everybody? Because these dudes, he got to put a fire veteran type a staff with him.
He got to.
He got to, and people that can also talk to these players and make sure we all on the same page. That's cool. You got to have a glue coaching staff because the coaching
it's gonna
staff
fail
is key.
because it's due.
It could. I mean, I'm with you. See, that's that part from your perspective. But I think, you know what I'm saying, he'll be able to handle it better than another person who's never coached before, never had a head coaching job, or never been on nobody's bench. I think he can handle it better than a regular person because he's already been under scrutiny in his whole life.
Hey, it's Duke. Yeah.
I hear that, but like Frank Vogel came in as a lifelong coach, won a title and was still up out of there.
No, I'm just saying.
D-Ham, new coach,
it don't matter
didn't get that's like, are people going to have the patience for him until he gets good,
they're
until
not
he
gonna have
gets
the patience.
comfortable?
They're not going to have the patience. But like I said, J.J. Redick got the look. He looked like an L.A. coach. He looked like a young Pat Riley. They want him to be on the bench 20-something years if they could. They want to be like, oh,
but what's
this
the
is our
locker
guy.
room feeling though?
I don't know. The locker room going to feel some type of way always.
And that's key. That's the key.
But when hasn't a locker room felt some type of way about something? There's always something in that locker room. You know how them locker rooms go,
Yeah,
man.
true, but that's going to be the key. Like, and that's where the respect level comes into play because if I'm a Tim Legler ass dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I shot a couple jump shots. I won me a little motherfucking 3-point contest, but other than that, you know, the career wasn't shit. But
Jesus,
you look at that as far as the same way when it comes to coaching.
But Redick was better than that. Redick was good.
No, true. He was a good player, but as a younger player, if I'm looking at him like, motherfucker, that's all you could do was shoot. Like, you couldn't play defense.
So is that how they look at Steve Kerr in Golden State?
I mean, they could have. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. They could have.
Well, he got chips
They could have looked at him and just like, oh shit, man, this motherfucker, he just played with Jordan or played with Tim Duncan, you know, this and that, da. He could have just been that fill-in player. Like, you never know how these young cats look at, you know, us as the veterans.
But they played for him. They playing for Jason Kidd. They play for ex-players, man. If you can relate.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely as a player now.
Yeah,
we
can be trusted.
And we've done that.
Yeah, if you relate to him, if you can relate to a coach, you'll play. You'll do anything for him. So you
unless they're a
know.
baseball coach.
Yeah, you never know. And then that's Brown's guy though, so you better like him. You better lean his way.
You gonna be a Piston, but
you better lean his way. Yeah, you gonna be in Alcatraz.
Be an Orlando magician.
You gonna be in motherfucking Jacksonville Community College, motherfucking pickup
practice
games.
squad team.
Yeah.
Speaking of those Pistons, Cade Cunningham reports that he's about to be a very rich man.
Ooh.
Reports that he will be offered his max rookie extension, which is 5 years, $226 million. He's played 138 games. We can see his stats here.
That is crazy.
Played 138 of a possible 246 games. They've won 23% of their games when he has played. Though this year he did average nearly a career high, almost 23 points, 8 assists. So has he shown so far that he's he can be a building block or a part of a winning franchise for Detroit?
And for them, I mean, he's only played half the games. I mean, but when you have a franchise and you really have no clear-cut superstar, you got to pay somebody. And he's the luckiest man in the world right now and averaging in those numbers 26 and 5, and that's cool, but somebody has to score on a bad team. So those numbers are kind of like, you know what I mean? Like how good really is, because somebody has to score on a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I look at the field goal percentage and the three-point shooting, 42, low 40s, low 30s, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? That's tough, and I don't know if I would pay him that type of money, because, so that kind of puts a chokehold on your franchise. You know what I'm saying? You give him, what's the number, 250, 300? How much?
5 for 226, I think. It's about 45 per.
But you know what I'm saying? That's actually a premium for your superstar.
Yeah.
So,
That's just what they cost these days.
You can think about paying him, or you could try to trade him for a veteran player or whatever and see if you can, get something for him. But that's about average for, your superstar player. So, obviously, like I said, he's the luckiest, not lucky because he deserves it, but he's in a situation where they have to pay somebody, and he's the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like Cade. I fuck with Cade. That's my young boy. It's just he in a fucked up situation right now.
Right.
Out there in Detroit. I'm hoping that they can turn that franchise around as far as, the upper office and all that shit. That's always been my thing with them. But no, young boy can play ball at the end of the day. I really like him because he's a big point. As we always say about Scotty and, a whole, like Ant Edwards, Luka, a whole lot of other forwards. He's a point forward. Like, he got the size with him, and you take advantage of that, and his numbers look good for an advancing. You can't say that too fast. As an advancing young player, he's picking up his game. You know what I'm saying? His scoring has been up. He's starting to learn and understand the game as far as on a pro level. I like Cade. It's just the fact that, the team he with right now, they taking a lot of lumps on their head and shit. They got a lot of other good young players, with JD on there and Jay Wiseman, Jalen Duren, JD, young Jay Ivy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They got a good young nucleus, but here's the thing. As that, I guess, coach, GM, or COO, whoever, basketball player, basketball operations, all that shit, who's ever in those positions, I got a good nucleus. I got a good nucleus of guys and draft picks who we've did and trades over the last few years. I got a good team. What are they going to do to help that advance? I got to have a good bench. I got to bring veteran players in who can help my young guys. Because a team full of young guys, you are going to be very, very entertaining during the season. Yeah. But y'all might win like about 28 games.
Yeah. They haven't won more than 23 games in 5 years. So 28 would be a good step.
And then here's I can't even put it on the coach. It's not Monty's fault.
It's been before.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's my thing.
But man, if you look at Detroit's team, they kind of look like a G League team in terms of, because they keep all them young boys. Like they don't got no veterans.
It's just lottery pick after
just
lottery
a bunch of lottery picks after lottery picks.
Yep.
You got just a young team, and you said it right. Like I would look to try to trade some of that young talent, and you got to almost start with Cade because he's the head of the snake of the team because he's a really good player, and I just don't know how good he is, and I want to see him with some other good players in a different situation. You know what I'm saying? You put him in a different situation, we might see a whole nother player. But when you're just in such a losing environment, you're in a losing situation, I mean, your morale can't be high.
Yeah, I was about to say, it fucks with your
You know what I'm
psyche.
saying? Your morale can't be high, so he could probably be a whole next level player, but we haven't seen it because they're so used to going into the game as the underdog. You done lost a franchise, an NBA record. Did they break the record of losses in a row?
26, something
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? So
Yeah.
man, like how your psyche got to be, your morale, your psyche got to be at the lowest point. So
Fact.
I think sometimes Detroit just have to really understand, okay, we're getting some of these good young talent with these high draft picks, but we got to start trading some of these picks for some of these veteran players and people that can help us win games now and build off them. Because us winning 15, 20 games a season, losing 60 games, and I remember going to Detroit playing. Man, that crowd used to be crazy up there. It was tough to play at Detroit. Now you go to Detroit and you're like, shoot, man, right, you know what I'm saying? You go on this trip like, all right, we about to go beat Detroit real fast, and then we about to
Right,
go
you
this
won't
next
even think
game.
about
Man,
it, yeah.
You're not even tripping. We about to go beat
At
Detroit.
all.
We're not tripping. Detroit playing. If I knew I had to play Detroit, I'm partying all night.
But that's the same way.
You know what I'm saying?
In our day,
Yeah, I'm partying
that's the
all-
same way we looked at the Clippers,
Yeah,
the
we part-
Hawks,
Right.
all of it.
Hey.
Like we went.
Yeah,
Now seriously, we went
yeah.
to LA back when we was playing.
All right.
Now you thinking because they, you thinking like, oh man, like I said, there's a difference between playing against cold. Like when you play against the Clippers, because usually when you go to LA, you play the two teams. You're gonna play the
Back
Lakers
to
and the
back,
Clippers
yeah.
back to back. You might party all night, but knowing you're gonna play the Clippers the next day. But when you play the Lakers, you sleep at 8. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference. If I'm playing Detroit tomorrow, man, we can party
Get
all
it
night.
in.
We can go back to the hotel and even play some cards all night long. We only got to sleep. We can take a nap.
We'll
You know what I'm saying? After
still be
shoot
all
around
right.
and stuff. We still be. I
Down
still
here?
feel comfortable that I could beat them. You know what I'm saying? But it's some teams most of the teams you can't think like that. You like I gotta get my rest. I gotta get my The Pistons, as of today, you're not tripping.
Last 5 years, 14 wins, 17, 23, 20, and 20.
Come on, man.
Hey.
They play too much.
Yeah, that's how we used to look at the Hawks down here. Shit.
It's easy money.
What? Come down here, man. I'm going out.
You was a
tonight.
former Hawk, by the way, so you talking about this is your legacy.
For sure. But before I came down here, shit, the night before the game,
Man, where
shit,
we at?
hey, Magic City,
Where we at?
this
Where we
and
at?
that.
Now we
you
gonna hit
know.
the club, then Magic.
Oh man.
Then the
Hey.
after hour spot to get something to eat.
Hey, and then go out there, half of us and half of the NBA back then when we were playing, and we played the Hawks here in Atlanta. Oh shit, I guarantee you, half of the motherfuckers is drunk.
Still got liquor
During
in
the
the
game.
It's like a liquor cabinet during tip off. Like, golly, boy, you was on that whiskey.
Still?
You was on that
Yeah.
whiskey last night,
Bro.
wasn't you, my boy?
Yeah, but that's how it is, though. You got cities like that in the league, and it just transition. You know what I'm saying? It just transition. So now, just think about it. You got to look at cities like Indiana,
Hold up, whoa, what were you about to say?
cities like Nat, cities like Oklahoma City. You know what I'm saying? With these young teams in there, here they are now. They're in the NBA, but yeah, back then when we was playing, shit.
That's a night off.
What we
the
doing?
night the fuck
What are we
off.
doing? Because we knew we could turn it on at any time and beat that team. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, please.
What's a coach like? How does a coach keep you motivated? Or he don't even need to because he knows y'all know when to turn it on.
I mean, you pros, so
Yeah.
dudes are self-motivated because you
Right.
got families and you got reputation stuff to uphold and all that type of stuff. Dudes want to go do their job, but it's a mindset. And NBA players and NBA teams know we're better than this team. Like we can beat this team. Like you almost count all right, now we got this 10 games on the road. If we look at the schedule, we could probably go at least 8-2, 9-1. We could beat
Yeah.
them. You know what I'm saying? So
We looking at the East Coast
you
trip.
look at the East Coast. You look at them
Looking
trips, and you be like,
forward.
okay, we got a 5-game road trip going out east. We got to come back 4-1. We can win this, boom, boom, boom. We got to come back 4-1. If we go 5-0, ooh,
Even
but we
better.
can at least win 4. So you start looking at your roster against their roster, like, oh, we can beat them, and everybody does it. It's not nothing new. I'm not saying
Right.
nothing new.
Yeah. Did a poll in chat. Is Cade Cunningham worth that money? 53% say no.
Man, I'm trying.
Because
To
they
tell
haven't seen him.
Say no. I wonder how many people have seen him. Like you said, he does get buckets. The shooting numbers don't look great. But like you said, on a bad team, you getting the focus. You the
somebody-
number one.
Somebody has to score on a bad team.
But
Exactly.
so you getting the number one defender on
I
everybody's
don't
team
care,
every single
bro.
night.
You shoot. You saw it. He's shooting volume shots. Man, bro, if you shoot 20 shots in a game, you're gonna get 20.
And you talking about 43% from the
it's
field,
43,
32%
yeah.
from
Like, he
three.
can-
Because you're the
Them
number
good
one on
numbers, though.
You number one on every team scouting report.
That-
Because
Exactly.
your team is cheap.
That don't mean nothing though.
Being number one, it don't mean
It does
that don't mean nothing.
on a bad
No,
team. It don't mean nothing.
It does and it doesn't. It does because of the simple fact, like, all right, like, yeah, with him being on a bad team, you gonna put your young fellas out there to play.
Yeah.
You gonna put your rookies on them, man. Your second or third year players. You know what I'm saying? Who probably motherfuckers
them
that
get
was
a
in his
run,
class.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, yeah, I'm gonna put them out there on them. But at the end of it all, like, yeah, I'm on a bad team. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way for years that we looked at Dominique Wilkins. Here with the Hawks, he did his thing. Like he was on the
playoffs.
scouting report.
Yeah.
It's playoffs, All-Star games, all that. He was on the scouting report, but the motherfucker ain't had no help down here.
Right.
Just imagine if he would have had a not even an all-star, but just a good quality center.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just imagine if he would have had that. It would have made it a different team.
Yeah.
Just so happened that Cade, he on a bad team. They ass like 2 naked butt cheeks on the toilet right now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't his fault.
Stupid,
Yeah.
man. You stupid.
It ain't his fault, though.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? But he's still going out there and performing for the simple fact, like, maybe it could be in hopes of him, like, shit, like, man, I hope these motherfuckers trade me tomorrow. But let me go ahead and keep my status up just in case I do get traded.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You never
Let me work
know.
on my game
You never know.
for- yeah.
Let me work on my game.
And dudes probably ain't giving but like, if I had a back-to-back with Detroit and Milwaukee, and I had to guard Cade Cunningham and Dame Lillard the next day,
Back to back.
I ain't really tripping off guarding Cade Cunningham the day before. I'm a guarding, but it's whatever. We're still gonna beat them. I'm more focused on Dame because that's a winning situation over there. And then we gotta this is a game we gotta
And
go
I
in
can
and
pick up
sneak.
my name.
Yeah, I gotta go in and sneak and win this dude. I gotta compete against this dude. But Cade is not really on that level yet where I can make a name off myself against him. So I ain't gonna put him on that. Oh, I got, you know what I'm saying? But if he keep playing and get in the right situation and start winning, yeah, he can get that because he's a good player, like you said. I mean, every NBA player can play.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just situational on how great you can be.
I think he could be like a Michael Porter Jr.
Hey,
Yeah, as far as like, we
a number
we
3,
know
14.
on that team with Denver, no, we know he wasn't the shit, he wasn't the man, but he did hit some good
It's
threes
like your
for
number,
him.
yeah, your number 3 option.
number 3.
Exactly, he did play some good D for him. I think he could be like that on a winning team, on a winning
100%.
situation. Like, let's just say he do get traded to, it's hypothetical that we're saying, so don't y'all put this out there. Let's say he gets traded to San Antonio. Well, we know that he's not going to be number 1 fucking option in San Antonio,
100%.
Right.
but he's going to be that, second
real
or third
solid number
option,
2,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I think right now, as far as what he should do or how he's playing in his career, that's what I got to keep doing. I got to keep just doing and playing my game, getting my numbers, because eventually all these other motherfuckers see me because, as you just said a second ago, I'm number 1 on the scouting report.
Yeah.
And I'm getting buckets. Yeah, I'm on a terrible team,
Right.
but I'm the motherfucker that's getting the buckets on this terrible team.
But he only averaging 20.
No, true, but that's what I'm saying. He's not your leading scorer.
That's
He
crazy.
could be
Like
like
on a
your
winning team.
third
and that's what I
scorer
worry
on a
about
winning
because
team.
if you got your own franchise, you can shoot all the balls and you're only getting 20 a night. That's
Well, now you say at first the numbers don't matter. Now he
no.
only getting 20.
I'm just saying though, but 20 ain't. If you get your own franchise, you can shoot every ball. He's supposed to be at 25, 30. He's supposed to be
He the
balling.
point guard though. He got a 6.5 assists.
Name 2 people that's scoring on that team.
They got to be everybody else.
you
Jaden Ivey got to
name
get
it.
buckets.
Jalen
Jalen Duren got to
Duren.
get buckets.
He's probably the
He's
only
probably
other
that's what I'm
big
saying.
time scorer on that team,
He's
Jalen
not big time.
Duren.
He's not a big time scorer. He's never probably.
No, I'm talking about for that team.
Jalen Duren.
He is the big time
He's a
scorer
big
for
time
that team.
rebounder.
Big time rebound.
They need it all.
And for that
No, I'm
team.
just saying though,
Yeah.
but ain't no reason he can't be averaging 25 or 30 on this team because he can shoot any ball he wants. So that disturbs me that you're only getting 20.
But then you
On a
say
ba-
his numbers was even low. If he was at 25, but he was shooting 38% and 28%.
No, I'm just saying
from
though,
three.
but that just let me know, like, bro, you're not the feature.
No, but if he's also on that mindset of, okay, I'm playing with another. I'm playing with a good power forward, a good young
No,
power
I'm just saying
forward.
they all young though.
Right. No, I agree with what you're saying. They all are young, but if I'm playing with another good young power forward, I don't have to shoot all the ball. So it's like now, like shit. If I'm averaging this and that, I'm gonna go ahead and get that shit to you.
Pull up their stats. Pull up Detroit stats.
I'm
last year.
pretty
Jalen
sure
Duren
it's
probably
low.
averaged
It
10
ain't nothing
he probably
impressive.
He's probably averaged 9 and 9. You know how y'all doing in Detroit.
But
Oh, wow.
You know how y'all doing in Detroit. He averaged 9 and 9. Jalen Ivey Jaden Ivey probably averaged about 13, 14. He need to be if I'm gonna give you $250 million, I need 25 a night. I don't need 20 and he barely
but he can get that though.
What's the number?
The 20 was for his career. This year he was at 23. They had Bojan Bogdanovic was at 20 a game
That's what
before
I'm
he
saying.
got traded.
Cade can get that, dog.
Fontecchio was at 15. Ivy was at 15. Duren was at 14. Alec Burks was at 13. Isaiah Stewart was at 11.
And that's
Bagley's,
never been a problem with Cade. I've been knowing him since high school. That's never been a problem with him with scoring.
Yeah, this year he was at 23. He shot 45% from the field, 36% from three.
Oh, that's better.
So those are his career numbers.
Okay.
For this past year, he was at 23, 8 assists, closer to the numbers you were saying.
Okay. I didn't.
Yeah, these are.
I ain't got my glasses on. I couldn't see that fine print.
Yeah, okay. Hey, put your glasses on, cuz.
Yeah, the good ones.
To see these stats that I'm saying. You know what I mean? But no, Cade is a good player. And again, he's in a situation where he is that number one scorer on that team. Mm-hmm. But if you put him in let's say he is a Michael Porter Jr., you know what I'm saying? I think he can fill that role being that third scorer. You know what I'm saying? Because, I ain't got that pressure every night.
Oh, yeah.
That pressure on y'all too.
Right.
I'm going to just sit up here, if I hit me 2 or 3 threes, shit, that's more than what they expecting from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But being on that trash-ass team, night in, night out, guess what I got to do? I got to go get me these buckets. Yeah, I said it. They a trash-ass team right
true,
now. It's the truth. Got to call a spade, how it goes.
You can't go back to Detroit.
No, I can't go back to Detroit. I always got love there because they know I'm going to tell the truth. Right now, I fucks with the D. That's team 1A. My heart and soul is with the Sixers. I grew up there in Philly, but Detroit's team 1A. I definitely feel them. Like, right now, the city ain't happy with them.
I feel you.
Are they?
No.
See?
No.
I feel you.
City ain't happy with them.
Last thing we have for the day. Did y'all see James Harden? He found himself in a little bit of hot water.
Honey Bun? What Honey Bun do?
Found himself in a little bit of hot water at a wedding. Let's see the game. Let's see the game tape here. We got the wedding bouquet.
Oh, it was at a wedding. This ain't even no basketball stuff.
Oh no. Wedding bouquet goes back.
Oh, wifey got it.
Oh boy.
Man, James.
Let's take another look at it.
Man, you stupid in the mug.
James can't believe it. He said, "What the?"
Bro, you know what that look like? You know when that person be on the Jumbotron when he on a date with somebody, they do the kiss cam, he ain't supposed to be with him.
On the date.
It look like
this my sister. This my sister.
Yo, bro, that got to be. Oh man.
Hey, how do you react in that situation?
No, real talk, low key.
Exactly like he did.
Low key.
My Lord.
Nah, you know who he looking at? He looking at like the 30 motherfuckers in front of him who couldn't accord that.
How you ain't care? How did that bypass
I'm in the back.
He said, babe, let's come back here.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna make it back here.
I'm in the back. That shit ain't gonna make it back here unless she intentionally toss that bitch way back. But she didn't. That shit was like how they do the big volleyballs at the baseball and football games. Everybody just be in. And that shit goes section to section. That's how it looked like that bouquet went. Man. And I'm with him. His eyes said it all. He looking at the people in front of him like, how y'all motherfuckers
y'all set me up.
Like, nigga.
I want to see the bride, man, because she had a good toss. She got
good arm on her.
She got to be strong.
What, watch out for that right hook.
Man.
Like, man, yeah. Hey, damn.
Give us some advice to Jim before we get out of here.
I'm saying, like, shit. I mean, first of all, he's standing way in the back, like, all right,
chill. We good.
I'm out of view.
We probably got to get out of here anyway.
We straight. Yeah. We gonna go ahead. We leaving after this.
Already left him a couple honey buns. You know what I'm saying? You definitely left him a bag.
From us.
Definitely left him a bag from us.
Yeah. How that shit become a fumble-rooski?
I mean, but then she, can we get
one more? And then wait, not only did she catch it.
1, 2, 3.
Soon as she caught it, what did she do? Look straight at that motherfucker.
He said, you got to be fucking kidding me.
She ain't celebrating like, hey, I caught the bouquet.
It's almost like they paid all the women in front of him to act like they
take
didn't
a dive.
Tap that shit back like a rebound.
Yeah.
They tapped it back like an offensive rebound. You tap that shit out.
That's how Tyson Chandler do.
Oh my goodness! Now we got to find out who the chick is.
Like, oh damn. And she looked straight at him like, hey, babe. And he was like,
I think he looked at the bride,
shit.
honestly. He said, why you throw that shit that hard?
Yeah, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. He looked at everybody in front of him like, oh, I'm going to kill all y'all.
I can't believe y'all.
Look.
Look at him looking at them like, man,
He's staring right through.
He ain't even move.
He said, oh my God.
bro, I just gave you a bag of honey buns. You gonna do this
He
to
gonna
me?
go take them shit back. Go home.
I just gave you a bag of honey buns.
And this is how you treat me. That's all we got for today, boy. Y'all got anything else? Don't let me.
Yeah, man, it was a
cut
good
you
show.
off,
It was a
man.
good show.
I do.
Oh,
How about them Phillies?
anyways,
How about them Phillies? Yeah.
that'll do it.
Hey, we gonna get on them the next show too. We gonna talk about them
Man,
Phillies
Sheed and
tomorrow.
Ty,
We don't have
Underdog.
time.
We don't have
time.
Yeah, we don't.
We gonna talk about them Phillies.
We got a
gonna
full
talk about
script.
them bum ass Braves.
How about them
We gonna
Cubs?
talk about them bum ass Cubbies. Like yo, my Phil.
They get hyped for regular
all
season.
day, every day.
It's June. They get hyped for June baseball.
Nah,
We don't play that.
We in October babies.
huh? Shit, the way both of y'all playing, neither one of y'all gonna make it to motherfucking August.
I love when you count us out.
Love it.
Oh, you know
That-
y'all season over. Let's get in that tomorrow. We know
Okay,
y'all
yeah, we
season
can get into
We
that
get that
tomorrow.
tomorrow
That'll do it for us. If you're trying to join the NBA action with Underdog, sign up and use code SHEED. Underdog will give you up to $250 in bonus cash and a special pick. And Underdog has just launched Pick 8, a brand new way to enjoy your favorite pick'em game. Now live for the finals, you can create entries with up to 8 picks, and Underdog will double flex entries.
8 of them things.
You can miss up to 2 picks and still win.
8 picks, all fingers, no thumbs.
8 of them things. THANGS, things.
And if you can't catch us here, audio versions, every episode of Sheed and Tyler on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. For Sheed, for Bonzi, for Shine on the Bathroom Cam, for Underdog Fantasy, and myself, we appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Oh, hold up. Before we bounce, let's do this. Hey, Sean, who you got for game 3?
Ooh,
All right, okay. Y'all
Okay.
heard my man, okay.
Some accountability. Get Shine on the board. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get him on
Get
the
him on
board.
the board.
And yeah, we're going to slowly but surely make our way around the room. We're going to put this up because I swear I'm going to lead this motherfucker.
You can be last out of 10 people instead
You
of
are
3
fucking
instead.
crazy.
Okay.
At least.
You are crazy.
We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
I know who's going to be last. You know who's going to be last.
Bonzi Wells?
Bonzi Dangelo Wells over
I'm
here.
in first place right now. What are you talking about?
That's
I'm
not
in
true.
second place. I'm in second place.
Second place.
I'm in second place.
Second
You're right.
place.
You're right.
Man,
Silver's a good medal,
It's only
though.
by the luck of the draw, though,
No, but
that y'all is beating me.
Silver's a good
I've been the
medal.
most consistent throughout the season.